everybody. Dr. Stephen. Can you believe it? I look at the calendar and our class is going to be over in just about a month. And so during this last month, I really want us to focus on the kind of finalizing things in our own heart and our own mind about our final paper. And really, I want to help you guys with this final paper. It's not going to be terribly long. I think I said 1,500 words approximately. That's 6-7 pages. So it's not a huge term paper, but it needs to have some thought behind it. What I want this final paper to be is really an essay with regard to your practicum time and interacting with these leadership competencies that we've identified. And so this week, I'm not going to have a video, and I'm not going to actually have a discussion question this week. This week's it's not really a week off, but it's a week that I want you to begin to put down to paper some of your thoughts about your essay, about how you have done in this effort to actually address areas of leadership competency that you want to grow in, and how you've done on it. It's going to be a personal reflection paper, but I want it to have substance as well. And I suppose the way I'm thinking about it would be probably with numbered or bullet point sort of headings, maybe an introductory sort of thing where you talk about you approaching this practicum, this ministry experience, and the competencies that we all discussed and that you identified, and then from those kind of develop down how you've done or how you haven't done or how you plan to do in the future, and how maybe this has given you a trajectory of where you need to go, because certainly one doesn't grow in every area they need to just within the limits or parameters of a 15-week class. So that's not our point. Our point isn't pass-fail on whether you accomplished all of these areas of growth or not. Our point was to give you some real practical guidelines and help as you're nearing the end of your graduate degrees, and help you and give you, as I said, a trajectory, a way of kind of pointing to that North Star so that you can truly grow in these areas of leadership. So let's start working on it for next week. And I'm not quite sure how I'm going to word this, so I'm working on that a little bit. But next week, I'd like us to be able to start kind of teasing, if you will, or laying out in our discussion thread where you're headed in your final paper, and then coach you over the next few weeks as you put that together. The other thing, remember, is that at the end of class, we're going to need you to upload your weekly journal entries. I'm not going to be real particular on those. We've asked for them to be weekly. It's a 15-week class, but quite frankly, as long as there's a critical mass, a substantive number of them, 10, 12 pages of entry that you upload, I'm going to consider it full credit. I'm not going to read them other than glancing through them to see that you, of course, did it. I'm not grading the content because it's your personal journal. And that'll be uploaded near the end of class as well. Everybody's getting full credit on the discussion threads because you've just done an awesome job. So that, and assuming that you've been faithful in the ministry opportunities that you've had, that constitutes the grade. So on the one hand, I know everyone's going to get a great grade. On the other hand, we really want this to be a true growing experience for all of us. This week, I just want to let you guys know, I'm going to be kind of busy getting things together because this coming Saturday on November 9th, I leave for Africa, for Liberia, West Africa. I'll only be gone a week, and I will have internet capability while I'm there, so I'll be connecting with you guys. In fact, it is my intention to actually film a little video there that I will show you guys next week, that'll be available next week. But this is my 47th trip to Africa. I think it's my 8th or 9th trip to Liberia in West Africa, which right now is listed as the poorest nation on earth. They've had so many hardships and so many heartaches between civil war and the Ebola outbreak. We lost our coordinator that I had found and we'd raised up tragically to a needless death just a year ago next month. And so we're rebuilding our efforts. We'll be training pastors. I'm bringing a wonderful team, 2 other guys, dear friends with me, and we're going to be teaching several hundred Liberian pastors and leaders and equipping them, encouraging them, training them. So I sure appreciate your prayers this week and next week as we kind of get it all together this week and we take off on Saturday morning. Again, I will have internet capabilities, so I'll be able to check emails and discussions and those kinds of things next week. But I just want you guys to know it is such an honor to be engaging with you in this new pilot sort of program where we've taken the focus off of just putting in the hours and having somebody check it off, but rather trying to make this count for something that'll be beneficial for you for the rest of your life in ministry. So this week, there's no discussion thread, there's no video, but please do start kind of plotting out or outlining or thinking through how you would like to do that final paper. And next week, let's be prepared to kind of share some of those things as well. And as we count down towards the end of our class. God bless you guys. We have a great week.